So with Evil Dead pretty much rampaging through the box office this weekend at a 15 or $19 million budget, has gone on to make 40 million plus at the global box office. There's no doubt in my mind we are going to be getting some sequels for this movie, and Lee Cronin already has some ideas for them. So let's talk about those. But before we do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Check out our Patreon that we just launched today if you want to help the channel progress a little bit more. Always helps out a lot, but let's get right into it. So Lee Cronin, who captivated us with Evil Dead Rise, has come out to tell us that there is a possibility of a crossover event that could happen, and it's all thanks to Sam Raimi's Army of Darkness. So Lee Cronin, in an interview with Empire Magazine, had this to say. In one of the early meetings I had with Sam Raimi, I said, you know the way in Army of Darkness there's three Necronomicons? You had one, Fetty had one, I'm going to take the other one. It gave me that platform to nudge things forward and also showcase that we live in a world where there is more than one copy of the Necronomicon. Those books may all have slightly different personalities. It's not exactly the same book necessarily that Ash had in the cabin, but it's very, very firmly related. It could even be more dangerous. So there we have it. Three Necronomicon books in the Evil Dead franchise. One from Sam Raimi, which Ash has. One from Fede Alvarez, which we saw Mia have, and one, of course, that now is in this world with Lee Cronin that we saw with Beth. So all three protagonists could definitely be seemingly getting together at some point to take on the Army of Darkness in this world. That would definitely be a good idea and a possibility for a sequel. I think that what they've crafted and developed throughout these movies definitely is a rich lore that only gets explored more in the Evil Dead TV show, as well as the Evil Dead comics that there is out there, and there's a lot of possibilities here. I think that Evil Dead is one of the very, very few horror franchises where I think everything is perfect that it's put out. Even the game itself has been applauded. So I definitely do hope that we get some more of Evil Dead in the future, because I really enjoyed Evil Dead Rise. I think it was a very worthy successor to all of the other movies that came before it. I will definitely say that I still put Fede Alvarez's 2013 Evil Dead at the top of my list for favorite Evil Dead movies, but you know what? Lee Cronin still gave us the essence of Evil Dead, and I'm happy for that. But he continued on this interview saying this: it's all completely handmade, hand-drawn. It's got a different visual style to what you've seen before internally. I even brought in little hints of Celtic influences and different things to give it a hell of a personality. It's the bastard cousin of the other books, and they're the bastard cousins of this. And I really did enjoy seeing that this book was different. It felt different, right? There was these different things on it, and that really makes you wonder what exactly is the whole premise and lore behind all of these books, which is going to be part of my next video I'm going to be doing, where I'm going to be exploring the whole idea behind the Book of the Dead, its history and chronological order and things like that. So that's definitely coming this week, so stay tuned for that. But here I'm just telling you about my ideas for a sequel where we could possibly see this team up happen. Now, there is already a team up with Ash and Mia that came in a post-credit scene for the Evil Dead 2013 movie, which saw Mia going down this road, coming across Ash, and all he said was groovy, I believe. Now, that was going to be a possible sequel that was going to happen back in 2013. Of course, that never came true. It all just very much so fell apart, and we didn't see Evil Dead movie for another decade. Well, of course, we got the show, we got the game, some comics here and there, but nothing from a movie until this movie right now, which was Evil Dead 2023, which saw Lily Sullivan as the new protagonist, Beth. So will we be seeing a movie where we see this crossover finally happen of Ash and Mia, and now including Beth, all three wielding a chainsaw, shotgun? I'm definitely game for that if that is the case. I think there's a lot of lore to explore here, and I think that there is a lot more history as well. That vault was just the tip of the iceberg, and it's funny to think about how all of these books came to be, which could be very much so explored in a prequel movie. That one could be a little bit hard to balance, I feel. I think that they definitely want to still have this like feel to Evil Dead where it's very much so claustrophobic. I know we had the Army of Darkness, which kind of started to dabble into that, so there's no way that they would not want to continue doing something like that, because Army of Darkness is so revered still by so many. And I think just balancing both of these themes in here would be great. I think Lee Cronin did a good job at balancing this, where Fede Alvarez's movies, although they do have the comedic and some of the slapstick that we saw in Sam Raimi, it kind of went more harder and a little bit more gruesome than Sam Raimi did. But Lee Cronin, I feel, was able to handle both a little bit better and put them all together. But all of these movies still great, like I said. So those are just my thoughts and my opinions. I think that an EvoJet crossover event is the most logical way to continue the franchise right now. I think seeing Bruce Campbell's Ash return to the big screen alongside Mia, alongside Bev, is definitely something I think the fans would want to see. And I think if they're able to craft it together, it could be developed into something very wonderful. So I would be excited for that for sure. But let me know your thoughts and your opinions on an Evil Dead crossover and a sequel to Evil Dead Rise. Did you enjoy Evil Dead Rise, or were you not a fan of it? I've seen back and forth between this one, and although it's not as divisive as Beau is Afraid, it was a little bit more of people saying they didn't like it than I expected. But hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. If you don't like something, it's good to know why in the comments down below. And yeah, like I said, Lee Cronin definitely, I think when Sam Raimi thought about this whole thing with 3 books, although I think in Army of Darkness they were saying like the other 2 books were like decoys or stuff like that, but you know what, they always change up lore. We always have to retcon things and other things, so I'm okay with it happening in Evil Dead as long as we get some awesome crossover events with Beth and Mia alongside Ash. So I'm good with it. I don't care. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. Are you game to see a crossover event with the Evil Dead heroes? I mean, Ash, our final boy, Mia, our final girl, Beth, our final girl. That is definitely a dream come true if we see all of them 3 teaming up to take on the Deadites with chainsaw, shotguns, and whatever the hell you want to call it, the boomstick, you know, whatever. I'm game, but let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. Check out my Evil Dead Ending Explained, where I talk more about the ending and how that possibly sets up the sequel to that movie, with the camp coming back into the forefront, as well as my review on the movie. And also, we do have a giveaway going on right now at 27,500 subscribers. The giveaway starts, where all you have to do is comment below you want to enter the giveaway. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. At 28,000, we will announce a winner. So make sure you are entering that giveaway full of movie memorabilia in a little box you'll be receiving if you are the winner. So make sure you do that, and check out our Patreon as well. So my camera just exhausted itself right there, but we do have a Patreon running right now, which you can definitely check out to get different prizes depending on which Patreon you choose, whether it's a thank you at the end of the video or some weekly live streams or some other cool stuff. Go check it out. It is in the description down below. It helps the channel move along, and even if you can't subscribe to the Patreon, just subscribing to the YouTube channel goes a long way as well. So I appreciate each and every one of you who continue to do so. And as always, that is going to do it for us. On the road to 30,000 subscribers, we are less than 3,000 to go, so super excited to get to that big milestone. And check out our other videos as well, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 this week, so super excited for that, to bring you my thoughts and opinions. But as always, I'll see you next time. Stay safe and stay positive, my friends.